Welcome everyone to the 5th and I guess the 6th Arms Against Tyranny Dev Diary video. I have to catch up because I was in Germany at Gamescom, so I couldn't make videos about the last two, so it's a bit delayed. Anyway, it's gonna be long, so without further ado, let's get into it. Norway has some more flavor events, which I won't really go into because it would take tons of time. If you're going communist, you'll get another set of weak and expensive on-map decisions. It will give you some damage to the factories and some units. If you rouse the proletariat enough, you'll get less damage and more units when the civil war starts. Speaking of the civil war, it's as inevitable as the Spanish civil war. You cannot avoid this civil war for some reason, which I think is bullshit. You should be able to flip communist in a peaceful way. After you're communist, you can create your own faction that nobody's gonna join, the Norintern, with the permanentist revolution. You can go an alt-democratic branch where you vote out Nygardsvold and you focus more on mobilization to prepare for the Germans at the cost of civilian industry. Of course, you get on-map decisions, this time for giving more civs or resources, increasing preparedness and giving you a permanent -1% stability. Meaning, if you dare prepare, your stability will cease to exist. I'm sure this will change in the final release, but goddamn, can they make it at least a temporary stability hit? The fascist path's on-map decisions involve giving some recruitable population, fascism support and support for the Nationalsamling. With the focus of the same name, you can fucking invite Germany to invade. Seems like Norwegian fascists aren't competent enough, so they need a major to help out. You'll be in a civil war where you'll only control Oslo, but you'll get another set of on-map decisions to control the other states and remove the previous bonuses. You also get a focus to somehow get Newfoundland. Now onto the monarchist branch. The leader is Peder Anker Wedel Jarlsberg. You get some, you guessed it, on-map decisions, which basically give debuffs to everything useful, and you can build forts faster, for which you have to use up your meager manpower. I think we can all agree that Norway will become a country of expensive as fuck on-map decisions. But now, let's get over to Sweden. Communist Sweden gets a new leader by the name of Nils Flig, and we get more likes country traits and dislikes country traits. As you can see, Nils here likes Germany and dislikes the USSR, and he agrees to communist diplomacy less, so he doesn't seem much of a communist. You can change the leader to Karl Kilbom, who likes the entire faction of the Allies and dislikes both Germany and the USSR. I suppose there's no communist in Sweden who likes the USSR. As you flip communist, the fascists are gonna plan to start a revolution, which you can suppress with the prevent a counter-revolution focus. With socialist reforms, you get some bonuses based on your consumer goods, which is a new and interesting effect. And with refuge from war, you can get a lot of manpower from the other communist nations, and you can get their advisors with the refuge for revolutionaries focus. We get the first focus that embargoes someone that is actually meaningful. Since Sweden gets a huge resource buff, it's actually somewhat powerful to embargo Germany as Sweden. Also, we get another room with 4 guys in it as a leader and a new German focus. It's just a trade deal with Sweden. I wish Germany was reworked just as much as everyone else. The UK will now have a decision to launch Plan R4, which is to invade Sweden after having invaded Narvik to take all the steel away from Germany. So the Allies can be in an offensive war, although they can fight peace Sweden. This plan wasn't realized historically though, so it won't happen on historical. Over to the fascist path. If you send a delegation to Berlin, you can choose how integrated you want to be to Germany. In the monarchist branch, you get King Gustav V as the leader. You can get fucking Ghana and New Jersey for some reason, just like that, for nicely asking. Also, you can claim like half of the Soviet Union and form the Nordic Reich, which is called the Det Stornordiska Riket, which is another case of a fascist country getting a cool name. So that's the concise summarization of the last two Dev Diaries. I think we can all agree that any path is better than historical with Norway, and the abundance of on-map decisions are really expensive. As for Sweden, they get lots of cool stuff and a ton of resources, and they can get New Jersey and Ghana, so go figure, I guess. Thanks for watching, drop a like and a sub if you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.